On August 4, 1577, during a violent thunderstorm, a monstrous black dog with fiery eyes burst into two Suffolk churches, 13 miles apart, within hours. It killed 5 people, injured others, caused a steeple to collapse, and left permanent scorch marks on a church door, marks still visible today. That's not some campfire story. That's documented history from the English county of Suffolk. Imagine the sheer terror. This wasn't just a storm, it was an invasion, a physical manifestation of pure dread, leaving destruction and death in its wake. We're talking about Black Shuck, the infamous hellhound of English folklore. But what was it really? A phantom? A demon? Or something even stranger? Something that left tangible, scorch-marked evidence on a church door for centuries. That's what we're going to dig into today. Because sometimes the legends are more than just stories. Sometimes they're terrifyingly real. Now, the idea of a spectral black dog isn't unique to Suffolk. You find variations all across the British Isles. The Barghest in Yorkshire, Padfoot, the Girt dog. But Black Shuck, or Old Shuck as some call him, he's special. His legend stretches back centuries, with some even linking him to an entry in the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle from around 1127. It describes jet black hounds with eyes like saucers and black, huge, and hideous huntsmen. That's a long, long time for a story to persist. The core description is always consistent. An immense black dog, often the size of a calf, sometimes even a horse, with shaggy black fur and those unmistakable fiery, glowing red eyes. Sometimes, people even report the sound of clanking chains. My third eye, it picks up on that feeling of immense, almost crushing weight that accompanies these sightings. It's not just a big dog, it's a presence. Black Shuck, by most accounts, is a harbinger of death. To see him often meant someone close to you wouldn't make it to the end of the year. He prowls lonely country roads, dark lanes, ancient graveyards, and especially churchyards, often around midnight. His footfalls are silent, but his howl, it's said to make your blood run cold. And he doesn't just walk past, he approaches. Sometimes he'll walk alongside you for a time, a silent, terrifying companion, before vanishing into thin air or a sudden mist. It's a psychological torment as much as a physical threat. But the most chilling accounts, the ones that elevate Black Shuck from mere folklore to something truly horrifying, are the ones from August 4, 1577. That Sunday, a violent thunderstorm raged across East Anglia. In Bungay, Suffolk, people had gathered in St. Mary's Church for service. Suddenly, a massive black dog, described as having fiery eyes, burst through the doors. Panic erupted. It moved through the congregation, killing 2 people instantly by wringing their necks and injuring others. The air reportedly filled with a sulfurous smell, and the creature vanished as quickly as it appeared. But the horror didn't end there. Later that same day, 13 miles away in Blithburg, the storm still raging, the creature appeared again. It crashed into Holy Trinity Church, causing a man and a boy to drop dead. Another person, reaching out, had their hand scorched, as it were a piece of leather scorched in a hot fire. Then, with a deafening crack, the church steeple collapsed through the roof. It's almost impossible to grasp the scale of that terror. Imagine being in a place of sanctuary, thinking you're safe, and then this thing, this demon, rips through it. My third eye just screams at the chaos, the raw fear, the utter disruption of what should be a peaceful space. But here's the part that still sends shivers down my spine, the part that makes this more than just a chilling historical account. As the creature exited Holy Trinity Church in Blithburg, it left behind an undeniable physical mark. On the north door of the church, scorched into the ancient wood, are two distinct, deep indentations. They're blackened, as if branded by immense heat and perfectly preserved. Locals call them the devil's fingerprints. Think about that. For over 440 years, exposed to the elements, these marks have remained. They aren't fading. They aren't natural wear. They are a permanent, tangible scar from that terrifying Sunday. This isn't just folklore, it's evidence. Evidence of a physical manifestation, not just a spectral illusion. Something real happened there. Something that defied natural explanation and left an indelible mark on history and on the very fabric of the church itself. It's a direct, chilling link to the past, a constant reminder of the day the Hellhound came to church. So, what do we do with that? How do we even process something that leaves scorch marks but moves silently and vanishes into thin air? Traditional wisdom, especially in East Anglia, suggests that if you hear its howl, even if you're not sure it's Shuck or just the wind, you should shut your eyes. Don't look at it. It's a desperate, almost primal attempt at self-preservation. Some believe it's a malevolent entity, a literal hellhound connected to the devil. But it's not always pure evil. There are variations, like the girt dog of the Quantock Hills in Somerset, which is said to protect children and guide lost travelers. It's a strange contradiction, this dual nature. Even in modern times, sightings of large black dogs with glowing red eyes persist in isolated rural areas, stretching into the 1970s. People encounter them, feel that overwhelming dread, and then often, personal tragedy follows. It makes you wonder if it's the same entity, or if the fear it generates somehow invites misfortune. The mystery endures. Is Black Shuck a true supernatural entity? A demon from another realm? Or could it be a collective hallucination? Perhaps triggered by intense environmental factors like infrasound or unusual electromagnetic fields, intensifying fear during a violent thunderstorm. The fact that similar black dog legends exist across so many cultures suggests something archetypal, something deeply embedded in the human psyche. Or maybe, just maybe, a widespread phenomenon we still don't understand. Either way, the devil's fingerprints are still there, waiting. And they beg the question, what else is out there that can leave such a mark? And what will it come for next? That's all for today's investigation into the shadows. If you want to dive deeper into the dark archives, make sure to subscribe to the Ep.62 YouTube channel. Remember, knowledge is our best defense against the darkness. And I'll see you in the next archive. Stay vigilant.